What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, welcome. And for those who are loyal subscribers, hey girl. So today, as you can kind of see what's going on here, I wanted to set up the budget portion of my home expansion packet, and I have a lot of unused things when it comes to the budget. Here I have the undated original budget planner, and at first I was thinking that I really wanted to get the new budget planner from Happy Planner, but the goal is to use what I got. So we are going to use these items. Even if I don't use every single one of the pages, I want to use some more of it. So let's go on ahead and pull this out. As you can see, I have some of it that is already previously used. This was set up for March, so I won't be able to use that. So we will be using, let's just use one of them for now. So I'm going to use the calendar section so I can start tracking my bills. And the way the new planner is set up is very similar. So it has your month at a glance, and then it goes into, like, you know, bill pay, and then weekly expense trackers, which is pretty much the same thing here. It's just laid out differently, and I really like the layout of the newer one. However, because it is so similar, I'm not about to buy the same thing. It's just silly to me. So in addition to this, I also wanted to create just like a cheat sheet, kind of like what I had back here, where it just has like all of my bills. So I'm going to take this as my little, you know, cheat sheet, and I wanted to do this in a half sheet. All right, so I went on ahead and found me a half sheet, and this is where we are going to put like our cheat sheet for all of our standing bills, just so I can, you know, put the due dates, so on and so forth. And then, yeah, we can move forward. So for now, let's go on ahead and get this set up first. I went on ahead and grabbed these sticker books. I have this accessory pack, and this is a pretty old accessory pack. And then this mini sticker book. I have two of these because I figured that I may use some of this stuff a lot. So I wanted to see if they had some of the label stickers. Maybe not. Okay, so they don't have what I'm looking for in there. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. So first, let's find like a little, who's this guy? All right, so first things first, my house note. Put that down. My car payment. The electric. Gas. Oops, that's a little crooked. Oops, and I'll rip it. That's okay. Water. The gas, internet and cable. And credit cards, I will put all on one here, just the total amount. And in addition to my home stuff, I wanted to put down low all of my business expenses. So I'm just pulling from the Teresa Collins. There are some boxes here, and my main business expenses are supplies, rent, and QuickBooks. Go ahead and put this up here. And just to label this here, I'll put business expenses. All right, so let's go ahead and make this page a little bit cuter, you know what I'm saying? Is what we are looking like right now, and I do not mind sharing what my expenses are. However, I will not share my income, only because I work for myself and my income fluctuates, and I feel like it'll be really difficult to kind of share. So like I said, I don't mind sharing, you know, what I spend on the usual for my bills per se. So my portion of our mortgage is $725. My car note is $390. My electric bill on average is around $100. Water bill is $300 every 3 months. So I will say quarterly. And then our gas is typically, I'll say around $70, give or take. Sometimes it's much lower than that, but at the highest it's 70. And then my internet and cable bill is $100. I have 3 credit cards, one of which is actually my business, so I'm not going to include that in my home stuff, but have 2 others that round up for the minimum payment is around $200. And then I will put here biz expenses. And so for my business expenses, my rent is $700. Supplies, round up to around, let's say $200 a month. And then I have QuickBooks, which is $11. And then I should have put another sticker for my Chase card. Let me see. So I don't have any more of the pink stickers. So what I'm gonna do I want this to coordinate. Is that a mess or what? Okay. Oh, I'm making a mess, y'all. Okay. 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 That's okay. Well, it's okay. Covering it all back up anyways. It's fine. So... I'll just put black stickers here. And here. Not gonna worry about. Okay, so again, we can write supplies, 200, and then Chase credit card. I do a minimum payment of $70. All right, so there's that. And then on average, I usually budget about $400 a month in food. And then as far as gas, I usually only fill up my gas tank every other week, and that's 40 bucks. So $80 in gas per week. So that is my monthly budget. As far as the things that I need to absolutely pay, this will be my little cheat sheet to go in the planner into the budget section. And I can just pop this baby in here. Like boom. So let's see. I know I have the stickers in here. So we can go on ahead and date this up for January. Hopefully, yes, I do have January stickers. Write our numbers out in here. So let me look at a January calendar real quick. So the first started on a Wednesday. We are at the end of the second week at this point. So I am a little late to this, but that's okay. Better late than never at all. I'm gonna go behind this with a green highlighter just to add a little bit of color and some pizzazz so we can see where our numbers are. And I'm gonna wait a second on those ones. I probably should have done the highlighting first, but that's okay. Let's now lay down some stickers. I figured as long as I have this guy, I won't have to write down the amounts on my actual page. I can just write down when everything is due. So my car payment, since this is here, is due on the 3rd of every month. So I'll put that there. Of course, my house payment is due on the 1st. Then let's see. What's next? The 11th, the electricity is due credit card due on the 14th. Okay, so they don't have like these cute little stickers for all of them. So I guess I'll start using these for the rest of them. So then I have electricity. The gas is due on the 15th. So I'll put that there. The water was already paid for this quarter. The TV and internet is usually around the 20th, but it fluctuates, so it's not always on the 20th. And then, yeah, so we got house, car, electricity. The water was already paid for this quarter. Gas, cable and TV, and then credit cards. And then the way that my business works, so my rent is due every single Friday. So for this month, I'll be paying for 5 weeks, which puts a little crutch on my budget, especially since January is usually a really slow month for me. So instead of writing that in, I kind of know what it is. So I'm not going to write my business expenses on here because that's something that I would like to track separately. So that is pretty much it for this portion here. However, let's dig into the sticker book. And then too, I wanted to see if I can utilize some of these stickers because I never use these, as you can see, outside of just using the initial dates. I don't have paydays because, again, I work for myself, so you know, I get paid every day. So I'm not going to use any of these guys, so let's just set those to the side. But let's see what cute stickers I can find out of here. So don't go broke trying to look rich. That's cute. Weekly expenses. Tax day. Focus on the good, live on less. That is something that I am definitely trying to implement this year. So let's just go on ahead and put this. Actually, let's put this over here on the 6th. Live on less. And then let's see what else they got. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. That's cute, but it doesn't really go with anything. So make smart goals. That's another good one. That is a good start of the year sticker. So let's place that over here. And I never plan out of the book like this. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking, but it's working right now, so we ain't gonna fret. Focus on the now. And last, just because you can't doesn't mean you should. That's cute. Love yourself. Payday. And something else that I didn't really count into my budget was my self-care budget, which I really try to do for myself. So usually I try to make space in my budget for like my nails and then like some of my hobbies and like just extra entertainment. So I don't know how I'm going to work that into my budget yet, but for now I just wanted to create a very basic budget just with all of my bills listed and all of that good stuff. I really wish I could use these. I guess I could use these every day, but maybe I should be a little bit more structured in my business for how I sit down and like pay myself. That's something that I need to do better at. So I don't know. I'll evaluate that and I'll give you guys the heads up if budgeting is something that you guys want to see more of, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. This is really kind of new for me. Like, I'm really kind of going on a budgeting journey. I know in the past I've done really good with it, but then I fall off and, you know, stuff like that. Right now I'm going through the Supermom book just to see. I know there's some budgeting stickers in here. But yeah, I kind of fall off and I go on like a spending spree and, you know, I feel like everybody can relate at least a little bit, or at least I hope so. And I'm not the only one, because I can really be hard on myself when it comes to money, because I can really be in the wrong mindset when it comes to money, and I really stress out about it sometimes. Like, out of all the things in life, I try not to stress out about money, because I honestly like really love what I do, and I would hate to put that added pressure on myself to like earn so I can take care of my responsibilities. But that's just the reality of the situation. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, and sometimes that comes with a little bit of stress. So yeah, I guess these are like the only little bill pay stickers that are in here. So that's not gonna help me out at all, but that's fine. All right, so we will leave it here. And then now that we got our monthly laid out, we got all of our bill dates laid, let's go ahead and stick our business expenses. I'm looking at that while I'm saying what this is, but this is our expense sheet. And actually I can put like a little label at the top to kind of say what this is. Smaller banners here. That'll work. Winter book, there were some really pretty letters, some silver letters that kind of goes with like that silver there. So let's grab some of these babies, get it out. Getting used to using this new little tweezer that I got off of Amazon. Don't know how much I'm loving it, but I'm sure it's just like a learning curve. I'll get used to it over time, because it's like one of those you gotta pinch to open. So yeah, like I said, I'm just getting used to it. And I kind of snatched this idea from Planner Girl Shell, Michelle over at Planner Girl Shell. I love her channel. She's such a sweetheart. Get up in there. All right, boom, bills. So there we go. That is our monthly. And then as for this, obviously we can put all of our bill pay information here, which we can carry on month to month just to track as we pay. And then, you know, obviously due dates and like any notes that we need to write. So I'll just stick this here for now, because I can always fill that in later. And then the expense tracker. Now this is where I'm really relying on myself to be responsible. So off the rip, I usually try to write in, this is for personal. So I'm gonna use this little highlighter here just to put in the section. This is personal. And then business. And so that's how I'll separate the two on each page. I really don't make that many debited purchases. And then any cash purchases, I can obviously track, but I will just collect the receipts for anything that's cash. And then I'll do the same thing over on these pages as well. Let me go on ahead and set that up as well. Then I don't know how I'm going to use this last page, but then it has like a budget review. Where did I have the most trouble? What could I have improved this month? And what goals can I set for next month? And then it shows you like your month at a glance, all of your bills. But since we do our little sheet, I don't necessarily need to use this page. So honestly, I can just like, you know, which is why I couldn't really use these much. Like I could have, but they weren't really serving me any major purpose. So I might just end up putting like, you know, some graph paper on there and maybe set some goals and like log how much I've saved, or maybe reevaluate my budget for certain expenses. I don't know. We'll just see how it works out. But this is what my budgeting section is looking like now. Honestly, I probably don't need all of this information here. And to be honest with you, I don't even know that I want to have this extra tab there, because I would rather just be able to flip straight to budget and boom, like maybe pin it together there instead of having this extra tab, because it's just too many extra tabs. But I don't know, we'll work it out, we'll play around with it, see what happens. I do want to keep this little savings page in there, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, let's go on ahead and keep it, stick it up in the front. Might use it, might not. So yeah, as for now, this is what my budgeting is how it's going to be set up. I'm going to try it on for a little bit for for the remainder of this month. Like I said, we are now at the end. It is the 10th today, but by the time you guys see this, we'll be into the next week. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys how I am trying to utilize some of the items that I already have in my stash. Instead of going out and buying all the new things, I want to give it a solid try with what I already have. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you stay tuned and hit that subscribe button, and also hit this with a thumbs up, because that helps my channel out a lot. And I'm out of here for now. So until the next one, peace out.